Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here for today's article video. We are going to go through the top 10 best NBA players of all time without NBA ring. If you guys do me a quick favor, you guys enjoy my content, please drop a like on this video. And the thing about the top 10 players without having an NBA ring, I think we forget how many great players have been in NBA history. But a lot of times, man, the really good players that really stand out are the ones who win a lot of championship rings. Like, those are known as the greatest of all time. But a lot of times, those you got other NBA players out there that just get stuck in an era where there's just a really dominating player, like a Kobe Bryant or like a LeBron James or a Michael Jordan, where it's just it's hard for other teams to win under those circumstances. So here's the top 10 NBA players without a ring. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys agree or disagree with this list, if you agree or disagree with this order, or really if somebody else needs to be added to it. So let's get right to it, my friends. So honorable mentions, we have Carmelo Anthony. I mean, Melo just an L, guys. I'm gonna need to hand the man, but Carmelo Anthony just his style of basketball just is not ring material. He basically a number 2 option trying to be a number 1. And I know the man can score, but he's not the man to win a ring. Vince Carter does not have a championship ring? Oh my god, dude. Really? I actually did not know that. But yeah, I guess he played on the New Jersey Nets. That was his best chance with Jason Kidd and Richard Jefferson. We also got James Harden. He's still young. He could potentially win one. Dwight Howard, another case Carmelo Anthony, just the attitude and just who he is as a person, just not winning material. Although, you know, Melo, I will say, at least he won in the NCAA, though. At least he won there, so that's fine. Tracy McGrady, another player that he was kind of set back by injuries. Reggie Miller, stuck in a bad era as far as winning. Russell Westbrook, still very young. And Dominique Wilkins also did not have one, although also a victim of the era. But the actual list, guys, we got number 10, Allen Iverson. So Allen Iverson, honestly, he just never really quite had the help to really get there. Yeah, he made it there in 2001, but his team wasn't all that good. Eventually, later on in his career, he went with Melo, and we already know what Melo's like as a basketball player. And not to mention, Allen Iverson was kind of a ball hog himself. Well, not kind of, he was a ball hog himself, but still a really good player. I wish he would have got a ring, but he just never really worked out like that. Number 9, we have Steve Nash. This one actually really surprised me. Steve Nash, one of the best natural point guards to ever play the game of basketball. I mean, I call it the Steve Nash effect, guys. I've talked about it before, where just you put an okay player on Steve Nash's team, he gonna turn him into a great player. And he made guys like Shawn Marion, Amari Stoudemire, players like that just really fantastic. But unfortunately, just never won a ring. I mean, he was stuck in an era with Kobe Bryant and also early on LeBron James. Also, not to mention Tim Duncan too in the San Antonio Spurs. Number 8, we have the Iceman, George Gervin. I really don't know too much about him. Looks like he was a 12-time All-Star. Just one of those players that, I mean, he just, you know, he put up the numbers in his career, just never really made it to the final. Well, I don't know if he might have made it to the finals. I'm not really sure about that. But I kind of don't know too much about the era of basketball. But yeah, man, says he's averaging around 25 points per game. He's never got a ring. Number 7, Patrick Ewing on the New York Knicks. He was always a dominating center. He averaged, 23 points, 10 rebounds, about 2.4 blocks per game. 11 All-Stars out there. Just, you know, not every great player can win a ring. But yeah, I would say Patrick Ewing is definitely one of those dominating centers. Yeah, because you got David Robinson, Hakeem Olajuwon, Shaquille O'Neal all winning rings. Just never really happened for Patrick. Although, Patrick got a great name because of Patrick the Star from SpongeBob SquarePants. So that's a ring if you ask me. That's a W right there. Next, we got bitch-ass Durant. Well, but you got to get one of the Golden State Warriors, man. So I'm going to freaking skip you right now. Because you're really just ruining your legacy by going to the Golden State Warriors. So I'm just going to skip ahead. The only way I will respect you, Kevin Durant, is if you either go to a bad team and bring him a ring, or you go back to the Thunder and bring them a team. Or a ring, I'm sorry. But yeah. Number 5, Chris Paul. Chris Paul, a great point guard, guys. A great point guard. But we all know the man can't get past the second round of the playoffs. He can't do it. It's not like he's on a bad team. It's just his team chokes. You know, DeAndre Jordan, Blake Griffin, J.J. Redick, that's not a bad team. And I don't know, man. Maybe he'll get one eventually. Maybe I think maybe Chris Paul's at the stage where he might need a ring chase and go to a really good team. Maybe form a super team with somebody. Maybe like a Melo, something like that. Maybe even D-Wade also. Number 4, we got Elgin Baylor. Now, Elgin Baylor, that's another player. This is the 1970 era basketball on the Lakers. And another player, I know he was a great player, but me just reading about him doesn't really do him justice. Averaged 27 points, 14 rebounds a game, and 11 All-NBA teams. He just never really won a championship, which is very surprising because he was on the Lakers. And the Lakers, you know, historically speaking, great NBA franchise from a winning standpoint. Number 3, we have John Stockton. Yeah, him and Karl Malone together. Like, that was like a killer 1-2 punch. I'm kind of surprised Karl Malone's not on this list. But, yeah, John Stockton, from the stealing to the playmaking, just the nice 1-2 combo of him and Karl Malone. It's just like, it's very surprising. It sort of reminds me, I don't mean to compare the players, but in a way, it kind of reminds me of the, you know, Blake Griffin and Chris Paul. I feel like they're this modern-day John Stockton, Karl Malone, where it's like, great 1-2 punch, just never got her done. Number 2, we got Sir Round Mound the Rebound Man, Sir Charles Barkley. And, yeah, I know Shaq always be roasting the man, TNT and everything, saying, boy, you never got that ring and everything. You know, you can talk a lot of trash as much as you want, but you never got the ring, Charles. And it says he's a poster child for this moniker. It should be blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that's pretty much it was. People make fun of him a lot. 22 points and 11 rebounds per game, about 12 rebounds a game. So, yeah, really good numbers. I mean, one of the greatest power forwards out there. But just never happened for Sir Round Mound the Rebound. It's just Round Mound the Rebound. I know that. I like to call him Sir Charles also. Oh, there he is, guys. Number 1, Karl Malone. Actually one of the top scorers in NBA history from a point stamp, like, you know, like most points accumulated. I mean, pretty much it goes without saying, you know, what I said with John Stockton, where, you know, same case, where it just never happened, man. It's like, it probably should have happened. I'm sure there was opportunities. It just never did. So, yeah, if I can't really think of any other players off the top of my head that I would really add to this list right now. But for the most part, you know, Reggie Miller, got Karl Malone on there. Yeah, I would say this list is actually pretty accurate. There might, you know, I'm sure there's other guys out there that I'm not thinking of. Did Grant Hill ever win one? Although, yeah, he was also hurt by injuries a lot, too. Anyway, let me know in the comment section below what y'all think about this list. And hope you all enjoyed the video. Be sure to drop that like. Peace out, my friends.